Hi guys, so I'm back here today with Colourtronic and we're gonna do a color and chat. Alright, I have picked out a page for us to do, and it is the fish, the betta fish, as I said before. Let me adjust my camera just a little. Alright. I do have a piece of cardstock underneath the main part that I'm working on today. Okay, and I do have my little book with my color key on it, just so I don't have to keep looking back and forth at a dang color chart. But we're gonna zoom in. Alright, let's start with the ones, and that'll be YR792. Let's see. Okay. And I'm using my Ohuhu markers. Alright. Let's go right ahead and start. Now I'm not going to get right up to the lines, because it'll bleed over, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, that looks pretty good already. Okay, let's see. Try to move a little quicker, but I don't have to. We're in a color and chat. You know, it's not a race. But how have you all been? I've worked almost every day this week. Which, I mean, it's not horrible to do that. I'm one of the only people that actually gets stuff done around there. We've got two other people, though, that are really good with their stuff, so I'm happy about that. Oh, that actually looks really good. I like how that turned out. All right, let's keep her going. Okay. I have been watching a show that I have watched like 3 times already. Completely. It is the Vampire Diaries. I believe I have talked about it before. I mean, it is such a great show. Like, it's one of my favorites. One of my favorite shows. And I bought the whole series, and it was like almost $100. But it was over $100 if it was not on sale. So, I mean, I'd rather have it almost 100 rather than over 100. But yeah, today I actually was shown how to feed the reptiles. So that is progress. they're starting to trust me with more and more stuff. I figured out how to, I learned how to turn on all the store lights today. We've got this big panel in the back. There's like a bunch of different switches. Oh, that looks good. But there's a bunch of different switches that I didn't know how to do. I didn't know which ones to turn off. Not turn off, but turn on. So I called the boss and she told me which ones to turn on. So I can do that now. I hear my brother making noise. He's cleaning his room. He needs to, right when I'm making a video. I should have started at one end of this little section and worked my way to the other end. Okay. It's fine. We got it. Okay, I'm going to use my fine tip for the rest of this piece. Just so that I can get right into that edge. Okay, so that's looking good. Yep. I like that. I don't see any more ones besides this one. I don't think there is any more after the last one that I see here. I think this is the last one. I'm gonna take both ends off for now because I may need to switch ends. But yeah, today wasn't too bad, really. I showed the new girl some stuff to do. She's doing pretty good. Doing really good. A really good job. So I'm glad about that. I love when people do a good job because that makes my job easier. I don't have to clean up after people. Or do work that they're supposed to be doing because they run out of time. I do that with one other person, and it's very frustrating because, like, I've got my own stuff to do. You should hurry up and get your stuff done so that we don't have any extra stuff to do. You know, like, it's not a hard job, really. I've been told to speed up and do stuff faster. And, you know, that's what I do, because that's how you get stuff done. You speed up, do a good job, and yeah, it's not hard to do a good job at this place. When I get done with this video, I'm probably gonna take a nap. I'm tired. I've been up since like 7:30. Well, not quite 7:30. I always set my alarm for like 7:46. Yeah, 7:46 is the latest that I can sleep because I gotta get ready by 8. I gotta be there at 9. I live like 35 minutes away from work. And plus, I like to get there early and get stuff done. I'm usually early all the time, though. Okay. I think that's all the orange for right now. All the ones. So, let me just double check. Yep, I think that's all the ones. So, we'll move on to 2s, which is Y70 or Y792, which is right here. It's marigold. It was like a medium toned yellow. I thought it worked pretty well with this. Well, it's a little more muted than I'd like, but next time I'll know not to use it. It looks different on cardstock than it does on this paper. Or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. It's looking really good so far, though. I'm pretty happy with how it's looking so far. Okay. Okay. Looking good. I'm going to take the other cap off of this. I am very quiet today. Hopefully that'll lighten up. It's not bleeding through too bad. Look at that. There's hardly anything on the paper. Okay. I hope that lightens up. I think it will. I actually used some of my tax money to buy this book. Well, I don't have my tax money yet, but when it comes in, I'm just going to put it in the bank because I've spent some of it already, and I don't even have it. was gonna get the French book of cats, the Hatchet Heroes cats book, but I didn't have the money because I had to buy something for somebody. It's okay though. I didn't mind. I probably should have just put more money on there, but I didn't think about it. Okay, I guess that's still drying. I hope so. May not be able to use my chisel tip for this color because it's a lot darker than what's coming out of the chisel, not the chisel, the fine tip. Okay, I'm gonna do this little section up here. I think I've only got 2 of the 2s left. No, there's one. But how is everyone? I'm alright. I do have another book coming, and I got gel pens, but it's one of the same sets that I've already got. The A&Art. I just love those pens so much. I was like, I'm gonna buy a second set. And that's exactly what I did. They were on sale too. They were like $20 and then tax. But yeah, my other book should be here tomorrow. May not do a flip through of it tomorrow. I may wait until Monday. I'm not sure. It's a Camellia Angel Cova book. I'm not sure how new it is, like when it came out. I'm not sure. I'll have to check about that. Yeah, that's not getting any lighter, so I guess I'm not gonna use the chisel again for that. Seems to be working pretty well. Shoot, I seen one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen in the store today. I was working and this woman came in and she had a huge German Shepherd. He was gigantic. He was almost like waist level with me. No, I think he was. He was a little bit taller than that, I think. And I'm like 6'2". So he was very tall. Just on all fours, he was very tall. I'd never seen a German Shepherd that size. We had the cutest little kitten the other day. I think it was just yesterday. We had the cutest little kitten yesterday. It sold really quickly, actually. Somebody said that we had the day before, I think. And they sold in like a couple of hours. And then we had a person return one of them because they couldn't really handle it, but because of something that had happened. I don't know, but he brought it back, and again it sold in like 2 hours. I was like, wow. Okay, I think that's all the 2s that I see. I'm not going to use the chisel into that color again. Let's see. Don't see any other 2s. So we're gonna move on to some 3s, which is Y495, and that's lemon yellow. Gotta get some yellow in here. That's a really pretty yellow. I think this picture will look really good when it's finished. Okay. That's looking really good. I'm really excited to see how it turns out in the end. I'm not going to do the whole thing on camera, but I am going to do as much as I can on camera. I seen that somebody had like a 2-hour video of one of these, and it took a while for them. So I am just gonna, and they didn't even finish the picture. In like 2 hours, I think I could finish the picture. But I don't want to do a 2-hour video. That'll take so long to upload and even to edit. Even though my videos are hardly ever edited. Well, that's a lie. If I have to pause, I have to do that. But I usually don't have to pause much. Oh, I was about to leave work today, of course. Of course, I'm like, yes, it's time to leave. I'm gonna give this turtle its food, or this tortoise its food, and I'm gonna go home. Well, I was heading that way to give the tortoise its food, and somebody comes up and they're like, oh, I want a couple mice. I'm like, are you kidding me? I was just like, I want to go home, dude. Which I didn't say that because I ain't going to be rude to a customer. But it's just frustrating when you're trying to get everything done so you can leave and go home and rest, and then somebody's like, oh, you can't do that because I want this. And I went to the back to see if anyone could do it, and they're back there catching fish. I'm like, I'm gonna have to do that because nobody else can because they're busy. I was like, great. So I got the mice, and then my coworker came up, and I was like, well, I'm out of here. And she's like, whoa, what time is it? And it's 3 o'clock. I was like, I'm getting out of here. And I left, and I was happy. I was ready to get home and eat, because I hadn't eaten yet. I don't usually eat in the mornings before I leave. I probably should, but I don't. Okay. Any more threes? I don't see any other threes. Okay. We're going to put that one up. Now we're moving on to fours. There's a few fours. And that'll be Y397. Let's see. Okay. Right here. We got Canaria Yellow. This one should be lighter than that one. It looks lighter. That's a 3. Of course. I was like, oh, there we go. Let's start. That was a 3. That's okay. We can cover that up. The lemon yellow will cover it, because the Canaria yellow's a bit brighter, like a bit lighter of a color, so we're just gonna grab lemon yellow and we're gonna go ahead and cover that right up. Oh yeah, that covered up perfectly. I thought I was out of threes. Apparently not. Okay, that's what's good about making a color code. Because you're like, oh, I messed that up. Or, oh, I forgot this number. You can just grab your pen and get to it. But like I was saying before, I do want to find the Colourtronic Animals book. I really want that book. And you can't get it off Amazon in the US because it's sold by Goodwill. And I ain't buying nothing from Goodwill off Amazon. It's probably used. And got pages colored in it. I don't want that. Now, I like to donate to Goodwill, but I ain't gonna buy from Goodwill something like that. I ain't gonna buy no coloring book from Goodwill. What the heck? Okay, let's see. This is the only other 4 that I see. So let's go ahead and do that one. And then we'll do 5s. And then I may stop there. I might keep going. Might keep going until I get to an hour. We're at like 38 minutes right now. So don't have much longer to go. Should I tell you, yesterday at work, I came in, I got there like, I don't know, 8:30, almost 8:40. I had like 20 minutes before my shift started. Went ahead and clocked in. I usually get there early anyways. Clocked in. And I went to the back to start feeding animals. Because we keep our unhealthy animals in the back so that we can care for them properly and make sure none of the other animals up front get sick. And I went back there. I was getting food. Or no, I hadn't even got to the food yet. And I opened the storage. No, didn't have to open the storage closet. There was just a big puddle of water coming from the storage closet. Okay, I think that's all the 4s. If it's not, I'll come back to them. 5 is G479. G479. Right there. But yeah, a big puddle of water just in the middle of the way. I think this is the only 5 that I see. If it isn't, then I'll just come back. But yeah, I just see a big puddle of water in the way in the middle of the floor, and I'm like, somebody spill water and not bother to clean it up? So I opened the storage closet. I was like, oh my gosh, somebody spilled water and they didn't even freaking bother to clean it up. Who was it? And then I attempted to clean it up. And then I went around behind the door. I think that was the only 5. We're going to 6, which is G750. 750. Right here. Which is emerald green. The last one was bud green. Okay. But, anyway. Yeah. I attempted to clean it up, and I went behind the door to get the mop so that I could go and make some mop water to clean that mess up, because it was just a mess in that storage closet. I was like, they made it a mess, didn't bother to clean it up, and then they spilled water, didn't bother to clean that up. Let's see, I don't see any more 6s either, so I guess that's it. But didn't bother to clean that up. Let's see, let me grab this next color. 7, which is G477. 477. There it is. Didn't bother to clean the mess up. And I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Behind the door, there's a big hole in the wall. And I noticed that water was coming from that hole. And I was like, really? So I call my boss. I'm like, hey, there's a big puddle of water in this storage closet. No. Whew. Okay, gonna move that. There's a big puddle of water in the storage closet, and I think it's coming from this hole that's in the wall. And she's like, yeah, I think it's coming from the ceiling where it's raining. I was like, all right. And we got off the phone, and I cleaned it up. And then she gets there. She's going back to see what it looks like back there. And I think I followed her back there to make sure, or I went back there to show her the water and everything. And I was about to go back up front and do some stuff. And she was like, whoa, get the mop and clean this up, because there was another puddle of water in our supply room. We keep our extra sales stuff in a separate room so that when we run out of stuff on the shelf, we can just go back there, get what we need to get, and put it out on the shelves. That room was full of water. And I was showing her, like, the hole in the wall. I was like, look, I think it's coming from that hole. And she's like, well, he's coming over to fix it. Her husband is coming over to fix the hole, or to fix something. And I guess he fixed it because I didn't get called back there again to clean up any more water. So yeah, I guess that got fixed. Okay. We're gonna do this spot here. But yeah, it rained real good down here yesterday. It rained really good down in Kentucky. We really needed it though, because it hadn't rained for quite a bit. We'd had like a little bit of snow, stuff like that, but not any rain. I love me some rain. Like, I used to go out when I was a kid and just jump and play in the rain. It's the best thing ever back then. But now, I'm just lazy. And I like to do this instead. I like to color instead of go outside and be in the rain. I still like going out in the rain, but not as much as I used to. Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. I was like, oh, I just messed that up. Try to get this like, trying to get it to stay wet while I'm working over here on this end. Just keep the edges wet so that it won't be streaky. very concentrated. All right. I believe that that's our last 7. I think so. I think it's our last 7. Oh, got one more. And then I'll go ahead and stop the video. And I'll work on this off camera. This has been really fun, actually. I really like this book already. Because it's just colorful and it's fun. And I like the colors that they chose as well for the color palette and stuff. I like that. Make sure that edge stays wet so there's no streaking. There's not really any streaking in the whole thing, really, which is what I really like about alcohol markers. And it's what I hate about water-based markers. I cannot stand using water-based markers unless it's in like one of those dot books where you color the dots and make a picture. Almost there. Okay. We have made some good progress on this picture, so I'm happy about that. Okay. I think that's all the 7s. I think so. Yeah, I don't see any others. So, we'll do the 16. That's just black. So we don't have to worry about doing that. Okay. Starting to look like a fish. Alright, this is what we've got done so far. Yeah, I think it's turning out real good. I missed some sixes. That's okay. Like around the fin here. That's alright. I'll get those later. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.